hello and welcome.
How do you take this out?
No,
Okay,
it just
that goes out.
gradually disappears.
Look at. We are at this incredible place.
A really, really cool place, and we're finally going to meet up, and we're going to have the aperitivo. We're going to have the aperitivo.
You're talking in a low voice, Ben.
Yeah, I know. Because
She's
we're in a
like
public
whispering.
place.
I know.
I know we're in
but
a public
still.
place. I know that's true. And we're not yelling. We're talking like we would normally
Yeah,
talk.
you know, we're not. Okay. Well, first of all, this is the second day of our Advent calendar. I have to look over here because I noticed
look
that I
over
was
there.
always looking at myself yesterday. Anyway, so we're at day 2 of our Advent calendar, and it will be all about aperitivo, the Italian aperitivo ritual. It is something that
We love very, very much.
we love very, very much. So as you watch us do it, we will tell you also how you can organize it and enjoy it at home.
Because it's such an easy thing to do. I mean, really, it's a wonderful concept. It's a concept that Italians live by, because I think it's something that we literally do every single. I would like to say every single day, even though sometimes but very often, yes, it's a big thing.
Okay.
It's a deal.
Let's get into the details.
Let's get into the details. Let's wait. Let's look. I'm looking around. Dun, 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 dun.
But anyway, as you get the waiter,
I'll get the waiter as soon as he comes.
do you know
by,
what you're
okay.
gonna have?
I made a promise to somebody that was shocked that I had never had a Negroni.
Neither have I. Yeah, and I have never.
Or you have a Negroni
No.
and a Negroni Spaghetti. Oh, I think you should have the classical. I think you should go for the classic.
Yeah.
The traditional
No, the
aperitivo.
Negroni, I don't know if it's too strong. I have to drive back home.
Let's get drunk.
Yeah, it's not.
not-
Okay, so you go get the waiter.
Yes, I will. I'll be.
And I tell you about what is an aperitivo. So imagine. No, viene lui qua. Eccolo. Ciao,
Allora,
buonasera. Io prendo uno spritz.
Ah, però?
Sì.
io
Sì.
sparo un Negroni.
Vai.
Vai. Un
E da
Negroni.
mangiare invece?
Io farei un aperitivo.
Salumi.
Salumi, olive.
penso io.
Vai,
Fai tu.
perfetto.
Ok, grazie mille. Okay, we just ordered.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go talk.
Let's start by talking about Italian eating habits because it's important to understand. I love talking about these things.
Dave. Mwah.
Ciao, bellissima.
Bellissima, he was referring to
I
me,
know
not
he
to
was
you.
referring to you. Anyway, let's get serious. Somewhere between 7:30 the end of and dinner. So just like to relax and settle down, we have an aperitivo. Which means, Benny, what does an aperitivo mean?
Aperitivo comes from the Latin term aperire, which means to open up. So practically it is a moment where we sit down, we have something to drink. It is not happy hour. That's very important. People think, oh, aperitivo is happy hour. It's two different things.
Okay, why are they two different things?
Because happy hour is usually, you have a very short window of time where you can drink whatever you want to get drunk, and alcohol costs less. No, this is a ritual. Here you sit and you order something to drink. Now, what you order is usually something that is bitter. We don't do cocktails. We have, Valera's going to be having a spritz, and she'll
Well,
tell
it
you.
is it is a cocktail. We
Well,
don't do
okay,
sweet
we don't do
things.
sweet things because they're both, however, they have a sense of bitterness, because the bitter opens up your stomach. We have to drink something to open up our stomach so then we can eat afterwards.
It's beautiful. You know, we eat and drink to eat and drink.
Oh, and something very important is that an aperitivo is always served with something to eat. They always bring you something to
Yeah.
nibble on. They don't just give you alcohol as they did in the summer in France, and they give me absolutely nothing to eat with it.
Yeah, because let's say that Italians do not drink for the sake of drinking and getting drunk. It's part of, for us, it's like drinking is no big deal because we grow up having sips. I mean, my kids grew up drinking sips of wine, you know, so it's like no big deal. Here, drinking age is 18. And so eating goes with drinking, as if it were just like a natural thing, walking and talking, you eat and you drink.
I mean, very difficult to find an Italian that would not have a glass of wine during a meal. Our grandfather, who died at the very young age of 99 years old, I mean, I don't recall him not having one glass of wine at lunch and one glass of wine at dinner.
Yeah, so you're not drinking. Your aim is not to drink the entire bottle. Your aim is to drink a glass of wine, or in this case, in the aperitivo, it's more like a cocktail or bubbles, and you just nibble on something. You're not replacing your dinner with this ritual. You are just relaxing. So as I like to say, food is 25% of the experience. Wine or whatever you're drinking is the other 25%, but 50% of the aperitivo ritual is just doing this and chatting and enjoying, because okay, I do it by myself. I'm happy. I like my own company, but usually you do this with people. You meet with
people, you sit down, also because something else that I always love to tell people when I talk about the aperitivo ritual is that unlike most countries in the world, our kids come home for lunch every day. Like we went to an American school, so we did all the sports activity. You leaned on me.
Well, it was just a moment.
But it was actually comfortable. What was I saying? Oh, and so our kids do sports after school, and so you have to go pick them up. And so they're usually, since the older they get, the later they do sports. So it's a great way to, you finish work, you meet with friends, you have a chat, you wait for your kids to finish, doing whatever they have to do, and then you go home and do, your life, and, make dinner, do homework, and do all the rest of the stuff.
So the aperitivo, considering that dinner is approximately at 8, let's just average it out to 8 p.m. Aperitivo is okay. You can start aperitivo at around 6. From 6 onwards, the places that serve aperitivo are ready to welcome you.
And usually you will have the aperitivo end in some places, like not only just this one, but in other places. The aperitivo, if they're also a restaurant, the aperitivo service will end around 7:45, 8,
Yes.
and that's it, because then it's dinner. So it's actually a thing. It's not just that's actually a thing. It's so beautiful. Okay, now we're supposed to be. And the spritz, you'll see the color when it arrives. It's like sunset in a glass. 8 p.m. for dinner. Wow, that's late.
I know for other cultures it is late.
See,
Yeah.
for other cultures it's late, but for us it's
Because you have to consider, as she was saying, like for a normal family, like our kids, they go to school until 1 to 2 p.m. Then they come home. They have to do their homework. So snack time, considering
they have to have lunch when they come
have
home.
lunch when they come home around 2-ish. And then their snack time is like 5. That's about 5. When I like to call aperitivo like the adult snack time.
I like that.
Kids have gelato. Like smart adults have an aperitivo, and I like to call myself smart. And so, one thing leads to the next, and it's 8 p.m., the time that a family sits at the table. So I do understand. To you, Ed, 8 is late. When other people, like North Americans, come and say that they have dinner at 4 p.m., to me that is extremely early. So it's just different. There's no wrong. Oh, I see something.
Grazie. Having a
Grazie
Negroni.
mille.
Grazie. I've never had a Negroni. There's gin in here, just so you know. Look what I'm doing. I'm having a Negroni. Salute.
Salute.
I've never had a Negroni in my life. I want a straw. Do you drink a Negroni with a straw?
I don't think so, because I don't think you do in a tumbler. But let's start talking about.
It smells good.
Let's start talking about this. This is let me put it here. This is the symbol of the aperitivo. It has become, it's sort of always been, but
Wait, excuse me,
oh
we
my
have to go.
goodness.
Homemade dello chef.
We have to make. Wow.
Abbiamo tagliere di salumi, prosciutto di Parma, salame toscano, coppa di testa e mortadella classica.
Can we show them?
Of course.
Ed has.
Okay, Ed,
One sec.
just,
Wait,
we're not
wait,
done.
wait. Can I show them?
I mean,
Wait. Let's look. Look. Look, 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 look.
We're not me. We just want to show you, first of all, what an aperitivo is, and then how you can enjoy this at home, because that's absolutely doable.
Yes, this is something that you can absolutely do at home whenever you want. Okay, so you were talking about the spritz. Grazie.
Grazie mille.
Do I have to wait for you to stop talking before I attack all
No,
this?
no.
Okay, go
As
talk
we
about the
said,
spritz.
This is the symbol. I know, Ed.
I
This
know.
is the symbol, and I feel like it has exploded. The Aperol Spritz has exploded even more so after COVID, especially with the young people. And as I taste it, since she's the sommelier, let's start with this one, the Spritz.
The spritz. So the spritz, I love to call it sunshine in a glass. And something wonderful about the aperitivo that you will see in every single piazza in Italy, in every day, but in summer and in spring it's beautiful because at this hour everything turns orange and everybody's having spritz in the
That's what I
piazzas.
wanted. I think-
Everybody's having spritz. Can you guys hear us well? Having spritz in a piazza. So spritz spritz is made with Aperol. Okay, and Aperol, believe it or not, it's not packed with food coloring, but it's actually a. Are you trying to hide me? It's actually a drink made that was invented in 1919 by two pharmacists, and it's an infusion of over 30 herbs and roots. So it's actually something that was sold as a tonic in pharmacies. And then, however, it comes from the northern part of Italy. That's where Prosecco also comes from. One and one makes two. And in the years, spritz, because the Germans during the war did not appreciate our wine, so they added fizzy water to it, and then fizzy water got replaced by Prosecco, and that's how spritz was invented. But then Campari purchased it. I don't remember what year Campari purchased Aperol.
It doesn't matter.
But then it became the international drink. So that's why everybody is drinking
This is
spritz
like-
everywhere.
From the area of Venice.
Let me try to see if it's good.
Of course it's good, Benny.
Well, I just want to make sure
So
that
it's
you're
not
drinking
sweet.
something.
So it's important to know that
Yes, it's not sweet.
before dinner you're not having anything sweet because it would interfere with your appetite. So imagine this is to open
Ciao,
our
Cheryl.
appetite.
Can you see?
Ciao,
This is
Cheryl. Yes, I can. I have my glasses here just in case.
Cheryl, look.
So let's start with this. This is like something that.
No, wait. Let's have a Negroni.
Okay, let's have the Negroni.
Let's see if I like Negroni. Dana, look. I'm having a Negroni because you were shocked that I didn't have it today.
Well, I have never either. She doesn't like it. Do you like it? No. If she doesn't say anything, it means that she does not like it.
I'm glad I tried it.
I
will
would not
order it again.
She's so.
It's not my thing. I really feel the gin because I don't drink gin. I've had a very bad experience. No, it's good.
I like it.
I like
Is this
it.
Negroni normal?
No, this is the normal Negroni.
And then there's the sbagliato one, which I don't know. But
Interesting. Amaro Siciliano is made with a bunch of herbs
Yes.
and also. Is it? Yes.
Amaro is
No, Amaro is a digestive. That's after dinner.
okay, and we're gonna have another day of our advent calendar will be on the digestivo, which is the exact opposite of an aperitivo. So imagine you having before, like dinner is squashed, or any meal, lunch or dinner can be squashed between an aperitivo, pre-dinner drink, and a digestivo, which is a post-dinner drink. But now let's get back to the aperitivo.
It's catching on me.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
But Benny, don't drink at an empty
Yes,
stomach.
sorry.
Italians don't do that. Let's first.
So this is a tagliere of cold cuts, the salumi.
Salumi.
And this place has amazing salumi, as you can see.
Let's start with.
This is prosciutto di Parma. Oops, look how thin. I love it when it's cut so thin. Look how beautiful it is. And this is how we eat it, like this. No, you don't eat it like that. but I do.
Poi?
Salame. I don't remember what salami he said it was, but I'm sure it's delicious.
Questa è coppa?
This is coppa.
Ooh, I love
She
coppa.
loves it. This is coppa.
which is, well, we'll talk about, wait, my napkin. And mortadella.
This is mortadella. And Valeria and I just came back from, we actually saw this being made.
Yes. Also, you usually have, is that free with the drinks? Usually an aperitivo, yes. Like, an aperitivo would not cost, like if you're having a spritz with something, depends where you go.
So it depends
but
where
it
you
would
go.
be somewhere between 5 to 15 euros per
Yes.
person, depending on where you are.
And sometimes you just get olives and chips. We ask for something a little bit more because we know that this is what they do here.
And you know, they also bring like something with bread. So either this is different types of oops, different types of pizzas. Other places, well, obviously here they have very fancy olives because it's a very fancy place.
But yeah, I mean, I would say if you really want to push it, an aperitivo will not cost you more than 15, 20.
No, it's
no
not,
more
no.
than 15.
I mean,
no.
really.
It's not a lot. It's not dinner. This is nibbling. Then we come here often. We're spoiled, so they sort look at what you did. Actually, no, this is not bad.
No,
There's take
So-
away some ice. There's too much ice.
it is something that you could do. It could it could last from half an hour to 2 hours, depending on how much you're enjoying yourself. I often do it I go right, there's a bar
Literally across.
across my house, and we go there, and the kids love it. But if not, it is something that you can absolutely do at home. So we talked about our online community and our online school, because what we're trying to do it's called Casa Local Aromas, and what we try to do, our mission is to bring Italy to you so that you don't have to enjoy Italy just when you come to Italy, but you can actually, you can actually do this. We tell you how, you have to organize this. It's not just about the recipes, it's just how Italians do it, how Italians actually really, really cook, how we eat, how we drink. That's why we really want, because people don't know, as you were saying, Ed, you have dinner at 5:30. We don't, and it's about understanding a tradition and about being able to ask questions. And so that is what we do at Casa Local Aromas. So we have, in our family, we also have this huge nerd. He's called Eric.
Hi, Eric.
Hi, Eric. And he is a wine sommelier and also a mixologist. So he shares every month, he publishes a recipe of these cocktails that you can actually make at home. And it's not just about the recipe, it's how to use the recipe. Because I always imagine myself like putting
Chinese
together
food.
a Chinese or a Japanese thing. If you gave me the recipe,
Yeah.
or I had that problem. Okay, for my very first time, I
Oh
cooked.
yeah, exactly.
I
Right.
cooked a Thanksgiving dinner. So, pumpkin pie. I did not know, because for us, pumpkin is usually served savory. And until it said condensed milk, I was like, when do I serve this? So I understand how people, when they have to deal with Italian cuisine and the Italian culture, you don't know when to use it. I see a lot of people starting their dinner, starting like their aperitivo, and then they continue sipping
No.
a spritz throughout dinner, which is something that we do absolutely not do.
Because it doesn't go well with food at all. It just doesn't match with the food. So there's a purpose. Like when I tell my students, it's not common. Actually, it's something that you don't do. That has nothing to do with it. But you do not order a cappuccino after lunch or after dinner. That's like something that no Italian would ever do. That you had that one?
I just love coppa.
Did you take? I don't remember eating this.
Coppa is something that a lot of people would be like, because as we always say to people who take experiences with us or are part of our local aromas, Casa Local Aromas community, we always expect that Italy cuisine is cuisine. So do not throw any away. And please let me see, because it's so.
I know. How is it in the States?
Oh, some cheese.
No. Had cheese?
Remember cheese, Carol? It was the pork. Oh, there you are. Oh, ah, I was hoping you had gone. So,
Are you still there?
yeah. Well, the minutes are running.
The minutes
So,
are running.
Something. It was something cheese. So
Was it
last
head
week,
cheese? Cheese head? Something like
Benny did a training on Italian cold cuts, and so we thought it was something, people and our family member said we also have it, and it's called cheese something. So if you guys,
I think head cheese, but I'm not sure.
I don't know, but anyway, this is.
It's very good.
It is very good. And so, also because you know how Italians are very, very fixated with pairings. Everything has to match. Like, your clothes have to match. Your clothes have to match your purse, that have to match your shoe. It's just too much. But that's how Italians are. So even when you eat, head cheese, yes. Oh, that's good. I remember cheese. Well,
I remember
usually,
head.
And together we make one normal human being.
Thank you, Cheryl. Yes, head cheese. Head cheese. I wonder
And
why
so-
it's called head cheese. Makes no sense.
Even the food pairing makes sense with the things that we're drinking, right? You see? Because how would this pair, Benny? Explain the pairing of something like this, or something like this, with everything that we're having. How do the flavors match?
No. So the flavors match because, however, I really have to understand what's in here. But let's talk about the spritz, which I know a little bit more about, has bubbles. And so, however, we're having, we're having the prosciutto that has the fat part, which, please, pay attention. This is something that needs to be eaten. You don't throw this away. The fat of the prosciutto has to be eaten with the prosciutto. So it's very important.
Why?
I've seen horrible things because it was born together. Punto. Because it makes sense. Because if they
Just like us.
huh?
just
Just
like
like
us.
us. Yes. And
She's the fat. I'm the.
can I say a bad word?
How do I come up with these things?
Please, vabbè. Ciao. Yes.
Well, the fat part's the good part, Benny.
The fat part's the best part. The fat part's the best part. Anyway, so don't throw away the fat part because it's the best part. And so with the bubbles and with the bitterness, it sort of cleans your palate. And I mean, imagine having this with something sweet. It would be. I can't think of anything sweet because I don't drink anything sweet.
But imagine having like these, like, I've seen a lot of people talk about margaritas, but margarita, isn't it sweet? Isn't margarita sweet?
You mean like a caipirinha? But they would. That's not for drinking stuff like that. Yeah, no,
It's not in our culture.
it's not in our culture.
You know, it's okay also to have bubbles.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Do you want to order something?
No, I'm fine. I
We
had
could
bubbles
ask.
yesterday.
Gli possiamo chiedere un franciacorta. You see, he's having an aperitivo too. Obviously, it's much smaller than ours. Much
we-
smaller than ours. We sort of.
Yeah, usually like they bring a few of these things. Okay. So if you want to make an aperitivo at home, oh look at these olives. These are called olive al forno. They're oven baked. Create this at home.
Get yourself. Go. Go. Ice is not a problem because I use a lot of ice. Just grab ups and just crackers and cheese.
Like doing this. You just have to buy it nice. It's not. It is also about food, but you're actually is a bruschetta.
Yeah, bruschetta.
Bruschetta is a.
Now still,
We'd
just now. It says that live in the minutes.
this is what you would. So you're not into. You can and Casa, local aromas.
Charon.
And in Casa Local Aromas, we share everything about the aperitivo
And this is
ritual.
a great thing, like just to do with, even if you just have friends. Aperitivo, anyways. Wow, because it's
Guys, it's the Wi-Fi, but we're always here. We are not leaving you.
no, we're not leaving you. It's the Wi-Fi, and then it's. I mean, I don't think that the rain and the
Okay. What else would you like to know about the aperitivo ritual?
Do you have questions?
We said the time, 6 to 7:30. I would say no, you can't go over 7:30.
No, you don't go over 7:30.
And so obviously, since we always try to encourage and we try to bring Italy into your homes, you have to fit this into your schedule. So if you have dinner at 5:30, this is probably something that you would want to do like at 4:30. Give yourself at least half an hour to enjoy the moment.
See. And the setup is very simple. I mean, maybe you don't even have to prepare this.
What do you mean?
You can have a glass of wine.
Ah, of course.
You can have a glass of prosecco. You don't have to have spritz and Negroni. You can just do something very
You can
basic
also
and
have
simple.
beer, can you?
Beer, no, not really, because beer, I mean, it's not something that we do have beer as an aperitivo, because, well, okay, then I must say that I'm not a beer lover, but I don't see beer as an aperitivo because, however, beer is full of bubbles and it fills you up.
Okay.
I've never seen an aperitivo with beers. Have you?
No. No. Honestly, no. But, you know, if beer is your personal choice, it's okay.
Whatever. But it's just the ritual. It's just this magical moment. And yeah, me too. Sometimes at home, even if I'm by myself, I must say, I put music on. I have a glass of wine and a small bite of chips or a piece of cheese.
And usually, like now they gave us these, and we have a plate, you know, because we have cold cuts and things like that.
But if not, you do
usually it's like this. It's just like finger food bites. Salty. I just love coppa. I can't help myself. Do you like
Really?
it?
No.
Okay, then I'll eat it all. Do you guys have any questions?
I mean, it's not my thing. You know, actually, I must say that this Negroni wasn't bad at all. Not too much ice.
What other drinks? So we said you can have bubbles. Bubbles meaning what?
Prosecco, Franciacorta, champagne, not Italian, but Prosecco, Franciacorta. Franciacorta is the Italian champagne, meaning it's made with the same method in which champagne is made. But we'll get into that on
Yeah,
yeah.
but like I have this. I'm the ignorant.
I sometimes have red
Betty,
wine.
You're just sitting on me. Okay.
Sometimes I have red wine.
I would enjoy it with red wine.
Yes, I mean, I would have preferred this with red wine, but I promised Dane I was going to try a Negroni, and so I'm trying a Negroni tonight.
Okay. Now I have a question. So I'm very ignorant
Me?
in wine. Yes.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you can answer, but I'll try.
Go.
We have prosecco, but you also have spumante. What is the difference?
Why do you have to ask me these complicated questions
It's a
that I'm not
complicated question.
even... It's just different. I mean,
Because usually when
so
somebody
Prosecco is something that can only be produced in a very specific region. You can't produce Prosecco.
but in
in
the
Sicily.
use, like because as far as I know, as far as I'm concerned, if you're having an aperitivo, you order prosecco. If you're having dessert, you order spumante.
No, well,
No.
because Spumante tends to be more sweeter. To find a sweet Prosecco is more difficult. It's not common. I mean, Prosecco equals aperitivo.
Yeah. And also the great thing
Spumante.
about aperitivo, about prosecco, is that it is relatively cheap compared to what Benny was saying, Franciacorta. It's other bubbles.
Well, it's
So
another different. It's
if you're
another
gonna-
completely different procedure.
if you're
so,
gonna
yeah.
be mixing it with something, it's like adding champagne here. You would not add
No.
champagne here, so you would add something with bubbles. And what if you do not like alcohol? You don't drink for some reason or another. Then we have something that is called analcolico, which means without alcohol.
You see, brava, I would have never thought about that.
Yeah, and so we do have drinks, just like
But those are bitter too, because even the analcolico are bitter. They're not sweet.
So they're like, we usually have 3 different colors. I'm sure they have like food coloring.
Actually,
bubbles?
Probably yes.
One is just see-through. Well, I don't drink analcolico. I mean, if I'm having an aperitivo, I'm just doing it for this, for the mood sort of thing. And I would say that we do have options. So like, if the drinking age here is 18, and so my daughter, obviously she's almost 16, and they cannot serve her drinks. So in that case, she would be very unhappy to, because she likes spritz. But if you're at home, I can have her drink it.
But
if
out
not,
you can't.
I can't out, and so I would order an analcolico, which is, just imagine, it's like this bittery, bubbly drink.
Which has the same color of spritz.
It has the same
Yeah.
color. It can be reddish, like
Like
Campari,
Campari,
orange,
like Prosecco, or clear so orange like a spritz and clear like a
yeah,
Prosecco.
like our mom does not drink, and so
Imagine.
she always has a prosecco.
She has an analcolico.
Analcolico. She hates prosecco.
That's a spritz for you. That's a spritz for her. I'm surprised by this. It's not bad. You guys have any questions? Do you ever do, I mean, for those of you that have been to Italy and you have done the aperitivo ritual at home, do you replicate at home? Do you ever do this? Or do you have something similar at home? Like this ritual, this habit?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Because during COVID, we did a whole bunch of lives on Instagram, and a lot of people, when we asked them what's the thing that you miss the most about Italy, everybody told us the aperitivos and the piazzas, and that was something that we never thought of, because for us it was something so common that
But I've seen, as I was saying before,
when we went to the States, remember now?
what?
There's no piazzas people having
Oh,
a
no.
piazza.
No, but I've seen now of like the young. But I have not had.
Well,
No, just
take
please.
it away from me.
No, I have not had one slice of salami.
Salami is a drug for me.
I have not yet tried it.
Salami is a drug for me. I never buy it. I never buy salami because
I'll have 2, so you just have 1.
here.
No, basta. Anyway, the young people today, after COVID, the aperitivo ritual is something like they cannot live without. I guess they lacked socializing
True.
so much for 2 years that it has become the business.
Yeah. No, aperitivo
Has become a huge
yeah.
business.
And in certain places, because the aperitivo, let's say, traditionally comes from, as we said, from the north. In certain places, it has become such a business that it has turned into which is a horrible term, apericena.
That's different though.
Yes, but it's a big thing.
It's something, for instance, if you've ever heard the term apericena, it puts together 2 words, aperitivo and cena, which means dinner. It's something that a lot of young people do, because for like those 10, 15 euros that we were talking about, you sort of have like a buffet. And so you go there and you stuff yourself with all sorts of pastas and meats. It has,
Yeah.
it
It has
really,
a different concept.
it has nothing to do with having an aperitivo.
Yeah.
I don't like it,
I don't like it either.
because I don't like buffet, and I don't like people breathing and speaking over the food that I have to eat. I just don't like it.
No, it makes sense.
But I do understand, if you're a college student, and
Benissimo,
Perfetto,
grazie.
if you're a college student and you're on a budget, you know, people don't really, I mean, kids don't really care if you drink this with spaghetti. And I don't enjoy it. And so apericena is a thing which I would not recommend.
No.
Unless you're 18, 19.
Oh yeah, if you're 18, 19, then yes.
You don't care.
No, I see, for example, the students that I have, they live on that because obviously
Of
for
course.
15 euros you have dinner.
Right.
Yeah. But no, but this is a wonderful ritual to take back with you, to learn how to do this and to actually enjoy it because it's fun. It's a bonding moment. It's really a great way to relax and chat. Sometimes you have the wonderful opportunity to have wonderful company. Sometimes you're just stuck with the person that you're stuck with.
Exactly. Same here. And you know, you've seen us eat, but honestly, if now you brought me a pizza or a meal like meat or something, I would be fine with eating it. I'm not stuffed.
Yeah, but we would change that. You have to finish this first.
After this, I would continue eating.
Oh, of course, yes, me
I'm
too.
not stuffed.
Oh no. My appetite just opened a little bit. But then
Mine
again,
opened a lot. Yeah.
I love the aperitivo. Love it.
Because it's sort of like a me moment. You know how important it is? You know, people always say that for your mental health,
Sí.
a me moment is important, whether you go to the gym, whether you go to the hairdresser. I like doing this. It's just like, you know, we are full-time moms, like many of you may be, working moms, parents. It's just like, I mean, can I please unplug? That's how I would call it. An aperitivo ritual
Sí.
is
It's
unplugging from life
for half
and
an hour.
problems and family and work for, let's say, half an hour at most, but half an hour is more than enough. And that is sort of like what the Italian lifestyle is about.
Sí.
Because a lot of people think that Italians like go above and beyond to live that relaxed life. We just condense, we just unplug. Even if you see us at a cafe drinking coffee and you're like, how can you take just like that little coffee instead of sipping like a Starbucks cafe, a grande coffee or whatever? It's just really being present in that half an hour, in that sip of coffee, and just unplugging. No guilt trip, because there's nothing to feel guilty about, either because you're spending time you are
Doing stuff for yourself.
for yourself, or you know, you're drinking calories. You know, a lot of we've noticed that when we traveled to the US this summer, it was all about counting calories. You know, we don't do that.
We don't do
like
that.
on our menu, you would never find how many calories.
A sesame seed has.
We we went to a restaurant and it said that the sesame seed in the calorie count of what we were ordering, 5 calories.
Important.
It's not important information for us. And as you usually point out, people who live abroad, you noticed how Italians are, the first question that we get asked is, why aren't you guys fat? You know, you guys drink, you guys eat a lot of pasta, but it's how we eat it.
Yeah.
And it's just the way we never drink. Obviously, never means we're talking general.
General, yeah.
Probably teenagers have a different view, but generally Italians do not drink to get drunk, so they're not going to finish. And we have, and it's about moderation. I think it just is. It's just natural for us
Sí.
to eat and drink in moderation. So, like,
Because it's part of our culture, punto.
it's
just
part
part
of
of
our
who we are.
culture. So we do not not eat something. We just, well, other than Benny that she finished all the salami, but we usually tend to eat in moderation. And
But
if
I-
one day like we overeat, the other day we eat, well, just because they
No, you have no idea. I mean, these plates of things keep passing. We're like, what's that? Oh, wait, what's that? It's like a dance. All these beautiful platters that keep passing in front of our eyes. So excuse us if we get distracted a little bit. See. So you have all the instruments to make the aperitivo ritual yours, and try making it, try enjoying it with close friends, at home, even by yourself. It's your you moment, as she said. It's your me moment. It's your little moment of to yourself.
Yeah.
You know, to have a chat with a friend, to listen to great music, to just sit down and read a book. I mean, if you're by yourself, it's just a wonderful half an hour all to yourself without feeling guilty.
Never. No guilt trip, because I mean, there's no reason for it. Just to enjoy, because you're actually just enjoying a moment, and just like you're just enjoying yourself after you've done everything you had to do. And also, another reason, to join our community, Casa Local Aromas, is because we do a whole bunch of things together. We like to drink and to eat. So every time it's funny, because every time we have our Sunday lives
So fun.
trainings, he's just like, "What are you drinking?" So I drink like, sometimes I drink like a tea, because we do it at 10 p.m. in Italy, which is different times wherever people connect to. So who's drinking beer, who drinks wine,
Who
drinking
drinks coffee because they just woke up. So it's great. No, it's fun. Really, we really hope to see you in Casa Local Aromas. It's such a fun place to be. It's such a really, really fun place to be. And those of you that are already in there, you know. And it's going to keep growing, and it's going to be even better and better. It's just a big family of
It's a family.
like-minded, wonderful people that enjoy life. First of all, they enjoy life. They enjoy food. They enjoy drinking. They enjoy Italy, and
It's as Cheryl was saying yesterday, it is a special place. It is a special place. That's because that's where you see us all the time.
see.
Live, all the time. You can reach out to us for whatever question you may have. And then it's actually about bringing Italy into your homes, because so many people haven't traveled for
Can't
one
travel.
reason or another. It doesn't, for whatever reason why they cannot travel, or I would never travel at the same place. A lot of people do, but I understand that Italy is not close, and so you can enjoy Italian people.
Italian food,
You have
Italian
to
music.
put up with her, but you enjoy Italian
There's
people.
worse things in life. Worse
me.
things in life, like her. Are you having the prosciutto or having the mozzarella? You
Do I-
want the mozzarella, I already know.
Well, but that looks more than what you gave me.
I'll give you a piece of prosciutto too. Here.
Okay, thank you.
Look, just so you know. You see? We finished.
We had an aperitivo with you.
How fun was that? How fun was that?
And that's what it is. It's just about chatting. So imagine you chatting with us.
Wouldn't that be
it's-
cool?
And it's just that. And now we go home. Well,
Hopefully my daughter made dinner.
I told my son to prepare dinner, because imagine now going home now. It was just like, no. But now
But it's only, what time is it here? I don't have a watch.
it's like 7. Yeah,
7
it's
p.m.,
7
so it's
p.m.
perfect.
It's perfect.
You
we
see?
have,
Wonderful.
what you sent.
What you want, my dear? My daughter. As long as you prepare, whatever you prepare is fine for me, my dear.
Do you guys have any questions? And by the way,
you.
Benny?
Well, mine was, look, my glass is smaller than yours.
No, it's not.
My glass is smaller than
No.
hers.
It's not true. I'm still enjoying it. She finished hers, but you liked it.
Yes, after the initial enjoyable. I had my first Negroni. This is my first Negroni ever.
And you had it
I had it with
with
you guys. Va benissimo.
So let's wrap up.
Let's wrap up. So make sure to enjoy the aperitivo ritual at home. Make sure to join.
If I talk like that, can you hear me? No.
I'm hot.
She's just okay. So, as we were saying,
I don't like you. Let's be serious, Valeria.
okay, aperitivo is a pre-dinner ritual. So whatever time you guys have dinner, consider that about an hour and a half before, because you have to treat yourself for at least half an hour. You unplug. You drink something that is not sweet. It's on the bittery side, so it does not interfere with your appetite. You eat not a lot of food. Usually it's finger food. It could be cold cuts. It can be cheese. It could just
Chips
be
and
a bag of
olives.
chips, olives, grissini, like
Breadsticks.
things like that. Something that you are not, so that you don't drink
Fail yourself.
on an empty stomach. And
Music.
you can have some music, some candles. Obviously, we are at a public place,
No.
but just imagine yourself doing this at home. If you join Casa Local Aromas, and the link is in the description, you have access to everything, all the recipes that Eric is our wine sommelier and our mixologist. Every month he adds on a new cocktail recipe.
The last one was the Negroni Sbagliato.
Negroni, I don't know what
I have no idea. I think that's
sbagliato
Prosecco
means.
instead of gin.
Wrong. It means wrong in Negroni.
Yeah. So we'll have
I
to
don't,
try
I
that.
don't know. I'm not very strong in cocktails.
No, nor am I.
And what else? And enjoy home
Pampinita.
Italian lifestyle. So
My calendar.
you're gonna see some things.